Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 2 of Nemesis Gaming League. Right before we start a little bit of the action, we have to go over the player of the weeks for week 1. But I'm not just by myself tonight. I'm also joined by the Chunk Light. Chunk Light, how are you doing?
Great, great night we're having. A little wacky after the 1 hour we got back over the weekend, but it's been a great night.
Yeah, I mean, I had a fantastic week, fantastic weekend. I hope you did as well. But we will get right into things. I will kick us off by talking a little about the winner of the Prospect Player of the Week. We had a couple really good games coming out from multiple players. I mean, Speed Demon, Ace, Chase, Blitz, but it seems like the one above the rest, the cut above the rest was Sheriff, the Sheriff. I mean, had average of what 654 points per game, 2 goals per game. I mean, he's just lighting up the scoreboard at all facets of there, and I mean, rightfully deserved IMO. I mean, he was one of my favorite picks coming out of the draft.
Yeah, 100%. That team is one to look out for if you are playing in the Prospect League. I do believe that there is only 4 games and he got Player of the Week. They might not have the stat sheet updated, but I believe those numbers may be toned down, but he has only played 4 games on the stat sheet, but still, that is an insane start for the Sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, one of the top picks. I believe he's new to Nemesis, but not new to the Rocket League scene. I know he's been in RLPC before, and I think he played in UR a little bit as well. But great player nonetheless. But enough talking about the Prospect League. We're trying to get this rolling pretty smoothly, but we'll go into the Challenger League and. I mean, there are a lot of good Challenger League games, but let me tell you, there is one clear cut above the rest. I mean, there's some great plays coming out from Nervebot, some Bowsy action, Mealy on the Griffins, who we will see just a little bit later, but the player that has captured the hearts of all of the fans is Mattias Maximus. And I mean, you talk about the stats. He had pretty similar stats to the Prospect League winner in Sheriff. I mean, 542 points per game, 1.71 goals per game, and he played 7 games, so he did reach the threshold. So I made sure that this time the stats might have been a little bit correct.
Yeah, a lot of other people had great games as well, but I see a lot of other people only played 3 games on that week. I don't know if the stat sheet is updated once again, but he was clearly above the rest with 542, 1.71, 1 assist per game, which is good to see, and then 1.42 saves per game. So he was everywhere, even getting 1.43 demos a game, really just helping his team out.
Yeah, I mean, there can't say much. Mattias Maximus helped the Drakes in their first couple games. Unfortunately, they only went 1-1. So they are in a pretty stacked division with Dissolved and Motion sitting 2-0 there, and Samurai 1-1 in that Western Pacific division. And I mean that's definitely a tough conference to be in if you are in the Challenger League, but I mean, Mattias really stepped up, kind of the cut above the rest, like we talked about. But now, I mean, this is a little bit unfortunate for all the rival league players because it seems like there might have been one guy who was a little bit above the rest and might have gotten moved up, but he was lighting up the stat sheet once again. I mean, he was topping score per game, goals per game once again. I mean, it seems like the player of the week for this week has really just been the dominant goal scorer for each of these teams. But I mean, I could talk about local NK Winter and Flash, but the real player, I mean, once again, cut above the rest, Thigh Chad. And unfortunately, he did get moved to Titan, so he won't be the player of the week for Rival League any longer. But I mean, he definitely deserved it this week.
Yeah, 100%. That that team was looking stacked going 2-0, but they will have to find a replacement for him, but it will be hard just judging on what he did on all of those stats and just how much he contributed, but I think that a bunch of other people also had very solid games. A lot of people scored over 400 point or 400 score per game, and that's normally like the threshold is normally 450, and you have a pretty good shot. So
Yeah, I mean,
anywhere near that, and you might have yourself a case for player of the week.
yeah, it's completely. Once you kind of hit that threshold that we were talking about, you definitely have a good shot of it. But we will quickly get through this Titan League one just so we can get into the matches at already 8 p.m. I mean, no surprise here. Bluey was the top player rated for Titan, and once again, top of the goals per game, top of the score per game, and I mean, really, just the best player so far in Titan this season.
Yeah, 100%. We did see Kratos missed the first game, but he did very well the second game. But unfortunately, that is not enough for him. Just important to mention him. And I see Marv also had really good stats, respectively, but Bluey just really took the cake. And you could really tell that by 14 goals scored in 8 matches, just really getting that ball in the net.
Yeah, let me tell you, if I could play on a team with Bluey, I would have an absolutely fantastic time. But congrats to all of the players of the week. We did not have a novice league player of the week since they were on a bye. We will be having novice player of the week for this upcoming week. You know, there might be a chunk light potentially being the player of the week there, but we will get right